in Kota, Rajasthan. Okay, I love Kota stories. They are so real. And after Kota factory, I think I would love to listen to them more. So the people shared about their NEET experiences, their exam experiences. So another technique that you can use is known as the SWAP technique, which is SWAP, which is you know what goes behind becoming a doctor. I think mental health is something which we all struggle with in today's time. So one thing that you can do is ask for help. I think that's very brave. From really understanding and valuing what you're studying. Being an MBBS doctor was my only dream that I really know. In the end, you're always going to end up where you actually belong. So relax. Namaste everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing great. So today we are going to discuss, actually I asked 100 medical students to tell me about their life experiences and any other questions they might have. And I got quite some responses. So what I've done is I have tried to sort out all the experiences and all the questions as far as I could. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so there's this person, he says that in my 19 years of life, I have learned that sacrifices at every step are the need, and it is still possible to stay happy at any given situation. Well, I think that's true. The question is, ma'am, how would you handle any bad situation when you're feeling angry? I think there's another question which somebody else has also written, which says, what should we do when we are angry? So I think anger is something we all are dealing with. So see, whenever we are angry, I think what I have learned is there are 3 ways of dealing with anger. So one is we generally react to the situation, which I think most of us do, is we will, become violent with our speech or actions, and we just blurt out stuff which later we regret. So that is one way which people deal with anger. The other thing is people bottle it up. They don't say anything, but they keep it inside them. Thing that we can go for is actually expressing ourselves when we are calm, so that we can resolve the issue. When we bottle our feelings up, it leads to anxiety and depression later. So what we can do is calm ourselves down and actually try and have a conversation where we can express our feelings. Another technique that you can use is known as the SWAP technique, which is SWAP, which is stop. Whenever you're angry, just stop. W stands for withdraw. So you physically withdraw from the situation, go out from the room or go out in the garden, just physically withdraw or go to the other room. Then A stands for analyze. When you're calm, analyze the situation, see what's right for you, what went wrong, and then P, which is proceed with whatever you think is the best solution for you. Alright, so that is one way of dealing with it. The short-term things that you can do is take long, deep breaths, count till 10 to 1. All of these things help at that moment. For long-term solution, I think practicing gratitude or, just saying a small prayer every day, that also really helps if you want a long-term solution to anger. I think if you practice gratitude every day, it slowly builds up, and slowly over time you become more calmer and less angry. Alright, so there is somebody else who has asked that how you inculcate things you study in practical life. Well, I think first it comes from really understanding and valuing what you are studying, then looking and observing the people and the patients around you. That also really helps. And the third thing is start practicing. You can start little, but start. That really helps to inculcate things in practical life. Moving on, so many of the people shared about their NEET experiences, their exam experiences. So I've sorted all those experiences into one. So let's talk about what this person says about the NEET exam. I asked them to be anonymous. So I didn't clear my NEET exam in my first attempt. So there was a lot of pressure on me and my parents about the future, and I only wanted to do MBBS. So one of my relatives, they started mocking me about taking drop and said that it was a wastage of time. And what if I didn't get selected? I ignored all these people and I just listened to my parents and myself. I kept faith in me, and finally I am there in this college. So what I learned was that keep faith in yourself and search answers of the problems in your life within you and not from other people. I think this is a beautiful experience. And I think, yes, we have all the answers within ourselves. The other thing is, okay, I was in Kota, Rajasthan. Okay, I love Kota stories. They are so real. And after Kota factory, I think I would love to listen to them more. So I was in Kota and I was preparing for NEET. I worked really hard and but still I got less marks in 4 or 5 tests. I did not. Then I started working a little more harder and started getting good marks, like really good marks. But after 2-3 months gap, and then nearly after 2 months gaps of of Corona, yes, okay, the pandemic. I left for 2 months and all my marks dropped. So after that, when I came back to studying again, I stopped seeing my marks at all, and I decided that all I would do is just give my best. I just gave my best during the final exam, and I wouldn't, even I didn't expect the marks that I got, which were extremely good. So what I learned from this experience was to work hard and give in your best until you can do, and not worry about the results. All right, okay, so this is another NEET experience. Okay, the most significant moment of my life is the turning point of my career, okay. Last year, just because of 4 marks, I didn't get admission in MBBS, and at that time I was feeling like now everything is at end. I mean, I can totally understand. My parents were still hopeful, but literally I was broke from inside. Still, there were hopes because being an MBBS doctor was my only dream that I really have. So I worked hard again. I mean, this is a brave decision in itself. Now you know what goes behind becoming a doctor. I started working again, and this time I got it. Now I'm pursuing MBBS. One thing I learned from this critical year in life is to never stop until you achieve. And even if there are a lot of problems, because every problem has a solution. Well, that's great. Okay. Has another experience. Okay, this again, okay, I have put all the NEET experiences together, so you'll be listening a lot about NEET. I hope this helps people who are currently preparing for NEET. My father had told me this concept that success is not just hard work. It includes numerous other factors and parameters like spirituality, your surrounding environment, mental state, whether you have enjoyed the journey to success or not. He also said and kept saying throughout my entrance exam preparation journey that jo hona hai, wo hoke rahega. Which I also believe that, you know, in the end, you're always going to end up where you actually belong. So relax. So he always said that what is meant to be will be. I used to feel betrayed. I used to feel these betrayed emotions when he used to say all of this. But then I used to tell myself, and he used to tell me that jo hoga, wo acha hi hoga beta. I used to feel bad because I was unprepared and I felt that I was undeserving. But today and every day since I've got admission in MBBS, my dream course, I feel extremely grateful to my dad for having taught me this thing. And every time I'm feeling, you know, not good, I repeat this to myself that jo hona hai wo hoke hi rahega. All right, this was really nice. Yes. Again, another NEET experience. It says that when you give it your all to achieve something and you still don't achieve and you fail, that is the saddest part. I think, yes, it is. It happened to me. I gave NEET, I failed. But most importantly, failures come in life to teach you. Okay, the parents told that failures come in life to teach us. Yes, correct. Okay. And to not fear from the failure and just learn from it and bounce back. In this space, I realized that sometimes failures are more important than success. And also, I realized that some good counseling can have so much effect, which I would agree to 100%. I think good counseling, moral support, just positivity around can really help a lot. Let's discuss some questions now. Please guide us how we should maintain a balance in our MBBS social activity and how to enjoy MBBS. Okay, so the best way to maintain balance in life is become very, 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 very disciplined. Have too much syllabus to cover, then most of you are struggling with traveling, and then some of you are struggling with staying in the hostel for the first time and looking after yourself and everything, so it gets too complicated. The other thing that you can actually do is prioritized. Okay, so there were people who just prioritized two things. So one is study and one other thing. For example, some people prioritize studying and cricket, and they would do nothing else, no fest, nothing, no other thing. Some people prioritize, say, studying and say music, and they would do just the two things. So that can also really help you to maintain a balance. But in case you are somebody who wants to explore everything, like you want to be a part of fairs, you want to do extracurriculars, you want to do academic fairs, do symposiums and everything, then you can follow this technique which I did. It's known as the triple S technique. So S stands for study, the second S stands for sleep, and the third S stands for socialize. Alright, so study, sleep, socialize. So at any given time in MBBS, you choose any two. Okay, you can't choose all the three. So you choose any two. My suggestion and my advice is never give up on sleep. So you never give up on sleep. So what you do is either choose study and sleep. This is before the exams. Okay, right now that's going to be your high peak time. So there used to be times when you used to just study and sleep. No socializing, nothing, no friends, no social media, nothing. Alright? And there used to be other times when you used to just socialize and sleep, which is, like, socialize includes take part in fairs, do symposiums. See, even symposiums or any other extracurricular thing that you're doing, if you want to do it really well, it requires you to invest time and effort in it. So there used to be times when I would just do fests and sleep. So you could use this technique, just choose two of the S's, and that will help you sail through. There's another question. This is not a question, but more of a request or a help note. I feel like I need therapy to function properly in and around society. I don't think there's some serious thing going on with me. I just want some qualified person to tell me that nothing is wrong with you and you are all right. Well, I think, yes, you are all right. It is okay to feel all these emotions, and I will genuinely say that there is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with you, and you will be all right for sure. And I think it's a brave thing to ask for help. And because the first year medical students have written this, in any medical college, there is always a psychiatric department. In that, you always have psychiatrists and also psychologists. So you can always go and speak to them if you have anything relating to mental health. And people, and also general people, I think mental health is something which we all struggle with in today's time. So one thing that you can do is ask for help. I think that's very brave. So you can ask for help from your friends, call up your friends or any relatives which you think will be able to understand your situation. The other thing that you can do is there are a lot of hotline numbers which are available online where you can just call them up, and most of them are free. Like the first call or the first consultation is free. So you can just call these numbers up. I have personally checked many of these numbers myself, and they are really good. So I would find these numbers and put them in the description below so that you can make use of them. So you can talk to these guys and they will really help you. The idea is seek help. There is a lot of help that is available and you will be good to go. Just know that you will be fine. How did you find this session? Please let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up and also write about your experiences and questions in the comments below. If you feel that you cannot share them in the comments below, I would urge you to write to me at lovefaithhopeandhealing@gmail.com, and I promise that I will get back to you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so that you do not miss any video from us. Also, it's free and it really helps us stay motivated. So please do that and stay tuned for more such content, and I will see you again. Love and peace.